It's 4:30 right now on this special early edition of Apple Valley News Now. Child pedestrians face one of their highest risks of the year this Friday night. Why Halloween creates conditions for tragedy and how you can prevent it. Plus, a business owner took action after her HVAC system was stolen. How an anonymous man cracked the case. Then rush hour traffic got disrupted when two cars collided at a busy intersection today. What led to the hospitalization of one driver? And Stacey, will freezing temperatures return overnight?
Good question, but right now from the Yakima Valley to the Columbia Basin, a beautiful afternoon. Chilly conditions on the way. The Apple Valley News Now special edition starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now special edition, on your side.
And a very good afternoon. Thank you for joining us on this Monday. I'm Austin Reed. Wendy will join us after our newscast after tonight's NFL matchup between the Commanders and the Chiefs. First at 4:30, we start with a crime alert. With Halloween following on a Friday this year, Benton County Sheriff's deputies are reminding everyone to stay safe, whether you're out trick-or-treating or behind the wheel. Apple Valley News Now's William Albert spoke with local law enforcement about why it's important to make smart choices this Halloween.
Historically, Halloween is one of the most dangerous nights of the year for child pedestrians. The chances of being hit by a vehicle are much higher, especially after dark, when costumes are harder to see. According to the Department of Transportation, the risk of a crash increases significantly after 8 p.m., and with Halloween landing on a Friday this year, Benton County deputies say they expect busy streets and want everyone to be extra aware.
There's going to be football games, volleyball games, the high school sports doesn't stop just for the holiday, right? So yeah, we encourage everybody, especially Friday night when the kids are out trick-or-treating, just to be extra cautious.
Deputy Hansen says the biggest thing for drivers is simple: slow down.
You got to slow down, right? Because you're right, they're going to be in dark costumes, many of them won't have any light on, and so they're very hard to see. So it's hard to say, exactly what specifically to do other than slow down and pay attention, right? Have people in the car with you, being extra vigilant.
Hansen says Halloween night has seen its fair share of car accidents.
There's been instances where kids have been hit, or there's been car accidents, or there's been disagreements in the roadway. And sometimes there are people out there that they take Halloween as an opportunity to break the rules.
Law enforcement officials tell me that they want drivers to drive safe and be responsible Friday night because it's a much better alternative than spending the weekend in jail.
If someone goes to jail on Friday for DUI, they might be there till Monday. The judges are off during the weekend as well. And it's a whole lot cheaper for an Uber than it is for the total cost of going to jail.
The Benton County Sheriff's Office is encouraging families to have a fun, safe Halloween and drive carefully and keep a close eye on kids as they trick-or-treat. In Benton County, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
All right, good reminders, William. Law enforcement officials also remind parents to stay mindful of which houses and neighborhoods you visit and to keep children within sight at all times. Turning now to First Alert weather. Halloween is Friday.
That's right, and everyone wants to know what is the weather going to be. I'll have to get to that in a minute.
We still have some time.
We still have a few days out. Right now, it's looking like it could be wet, but it's all about the timing, right, Austin?
Yes.
So let's take a live look outside and check it out. We're seeing some beautiful fall colors on our Legends Casino Skycam in Richland, looking down at Columbia Point, Columbia River. Gorgeous afternoon. A little bit breezy out there. Winds have been gusting and blowing 15 to 20 miles an hour, starting to calm down now. 58 degrees outside. Our feels like temp is 58. So we got through that weekend storm. It was very stormy, very windy. We saw gusts as high as 44 miles an hour in the Columbia Basin. Nothing like they had on the west side. They had winds blowing as hard as 77 miles an hour, with lots of folks losing power over the weekend. But pretty mild this evening. We are going to cool down, though. It's rather chilly. There's there's our winds. Again, they were calming down. They were much higher. Now, freeze warnings are in place tonight for the lower Columbia Basin in Oregon. We could see temperatures as low as 27 degrees. In fact, most of our area tonight are going to be below the freezing level. So again, the pets, the pipes, and the plants, protect all of those. Here's what's headed our way tomorrow. We could see a couple of sprinkles out of that. Most of it concentrating once again across the Cascades and on the west side. So clear and chilly tonight. Freeze warning in place. Our shower chances ramp up on Tuesday. And will we see rain for our trick-or-treaters on Halloween? I'll give the answer to that coming up. Austin?
All right, Stacey, Pasco police are investigating a shooting that took place at a house party that left 5 people injured over the weekend. Investigators say the shooting came after 2 groups of people got into a disagreement at another location, which carried over to the house party later that night. Police responded here to the 5500 block of Robert Wayne Drive after midnight, where 5 people were sent to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Police haven't released any information yet on the arrests, but stick with Apple Valley News Now on air and online as new details come to light. A woman is dead and an infant is hurt after a high-speed crash on Highway 821 Saturday night. Troopers with Washington State Patrol say the driver lost control near the Yakima-Kittitas County line, rolling the vehicle several times. 33-year-old Courtney Bedell of Yakima died at the scene. A 3-month-old girl was injured and taken to the hospital. The driver, 30-year-old Chance Pickin of Olympia, now faces charges of vehicular homicide, assault, and DUI, as WSP says drugs and alcohol were involved. Following up now, as we have an update on the theft of an HVAC system from Sylvia's Professional Tax Services in Sunnyside. After her HVAC unit was stolen, business owner Sylvia Ramos took matters into her own hands. An anonymous man came forward with an audio confession from the thief and a photo of the scrapyard receipt. The thief admitted to stealing multiple units, including Sylvia's, but earned only $150 for a unit that costs around $20,000.
That's what it's going to take. Then us business owners should come together and start offering rewards, because that's the only way we're going to find these thieves, and they need to know it's not okay to take other people's property. There's no reason why I even have to pay the deductible for the insurance for a unit that's going to cost roughly about $20,000. And so it's not okay. These are tough times.
Despite the confession being given to police, no arrests have been made. Ramos encourages local businesses and even neighborhoods to watch out for each other and reminds everyone, if you see something, say something. 2 cars collided at the intersection of Clearwater and 10th Avenue in Kennewick this morning, sending 1 driver to the hospital with minor injuries. This happened just before 9 a.m. when the driver traveling on 10th Avenue failed to yield to the other driver traveling on Clearwater. Part of Clearwater was closed while both cars were towed, and the street reopened around 45 minutes after the crash.
Obviously, weather conditions, especially, we have the sun's rising later now, so, mornings are dark. So you got to kind of be a very defensive driver, and just be very aware of not just your driving, but other drivers on the road as well.
Kennewick police say the other driver may have suffered minor injuries, but was not taken to a hospital. Well, the Tri-Cities Airport in Pasco is celebrating after bringing back a route to Southern California. Over the weekend, yesterday, Sunday, Alaska Airlines began nonstop flights from Pasco to the Hollywood Burbank Airport. The flight is a daily year-round service operated on a 76-seat Embraer 175 aircraft. Officials say it will provide more flexibility to travelers. Stay with us after tonight's NFL game, when we will report on the impact of the shutdown on Tri-Cities Airport workers. And turning to news around the world, this week, President Trump will be sitting down with Chinese leader Xi Jinping. The talks come after months of escalating threats between the 2 countries, but there may be an end in sight. New this afternoon, Reed Binion reports.
I believe that we have the framework for the 2 leaders to have a very productive meeting for both sides.
U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent on Sunday outlining the framework for a U.S.-China trade deal to avoid imposing an additional 100% tariff on Chinese imports.
I think it will be fantastic for U.S. citizens, for U.S. farmers, and for our country in general.
President Donald Trump is set to meet with Chinese leader Xi Jinping Thursday in South Korea on the final leg of Trump's three-country tour of Asia. On Air Force One over the weekend, Trump previewed what he hopes to achieve with the meeting.
A complete deal. I want our farmers to be taken care of, and he wants things also. We're going to be talking about fentanyl, of course. I think we have a really good chance of making a very comprehensive deal.
Halting Chinese exports of fentanyl's precursor chemicals was part of the framework U.S. and Chinese negotiators reached. On another component of the framework, Bessent said China will make substantial purchases of U.S. soybeans.
I'm also anticipating that we will get some kind of a deferral on the rare earth export controls that the Chinese had discussed.
Also, the two leaders are expected to finalize a deal to allow TikTok's U.S. operations to continue. In September, the White House announced an American investor group led by Oracle's Larry Ellison would operate the app's algorithm in the U.S. I'm Reed Binion reporting.
This is the first face-to-face meeting between the two leaders since President Trump's re-election. Your news at 4:30 is just getting started. Up next, we will tell you why a proposed drought insurance program from the state is drawing pushback from local irrigators. And let's go outside. Live pictures from our Skycam network. We've got Halloween on Friday, some cold weather moving in, maybe some rain, lots to unpack, and Stacy Lee will take care of you on that front when we come on back.
Locally owned and operated, Fable has quickly become one of the Tri-Cities' favorite dining destinations for lunch, brunch, and dinner. Now offering breakfast 7 days a week starting at 7 a.m. Farm to table, savory to sweet, and everything in between. Fable Craft Bar, your all-day dining destination starting with breakfast at 7 a.m. 7 days a week. On the river, north end of Columbia Center Boulevard.
Life. It's a crazy thing when you think about it. It's either about making memories or remembering those moments that matter most. Broadmoor RV has been serving families and its community in the Pacific Northwest for over 20 years. From travel trailers to toy haulers, truck campers, motorhomes, and fifth wheels, we have what you need to start creating memories with the ones you love. So get out there and make those memories last a lifetime. Broadmoor RV. We make camping fun.
At Meredith Furniture, we know how important a good night's sleep is, even if we don't always use the bed for sleeping. Right now, you can save big on top quality Beauty Rest mattresses, perfect for families like ours.
Because when we do sleep, it should be amazing.
Meredith Furniture, on the corner of 1st and Washington, right in front of Hobby Lobby.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino, your premier gaming destination. Experience the thrill of a Vegas-style casino featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and unlock exclusive rewards every time you play. Challenge your skills at our 16-lane bowling alley. Unwind with a drink at our cozy bar, or enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Last Frontier. The ultimate entertainment experience has something for everyone. Nob Hill Casino, where locals come to win.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. From the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a 3.49% APR on a 2026 HR-V.
Washington at Kansas City. Monday Night Football tonight at 5 on Apple Valley News Now.
Turning to the environment, a state proposal aimed at helping farmers during drought years is facing some resistance from a major irrigation group in the Columbia Basin. The Washington Department of Ecology has been developing what's called the Interruptible drought insurance program. It's meant to provide some financial protection for water users who lose access to water during dry years when the state issues curtailments to protect river flows. But the Columbia Snake River Irrigators Association says the idea still needs work. Leaders with the group say they weren't included early in the process and that key details about how the program would actually operate are still unclear. They also worry it could create an uneven playing field, giving some water users advantages over others, depending on their financial situation or where they farm. Despite those concerns, the group says recent meetings with ecology officials have been productive and that the agency appears open to reconsidering the plan.
It appears to me that they are going to back down off this. They're going to legislature to talk about a number of items for funding in 2026. And we had told them, just take this off of your agenda. And based on meetings we've had as recent as yesterday, it does appear to us the message finally got through.
The group is urging Ecology to formally withdraw the proposal and restart discussions with more public input and transparency before moving forward. Quick sports note for you. District playoffs for high school girls soccer start tomorrow with 7 teams from the Mid-Columbia Conference making it to districts. The teams participating in the 3A bracket include Walla Walla, Southridge, and Kennewick. Playing in the 4A bracket, Hanford, Richland, Kamiakin, and Chiawana all have games. The winner of the conference title was Chiawana, who were awarded the #1 seed in the district tourney.
Yeah, I think it all goes back to that, man. We want to get better, 1% better each and every day, and play our style of ball. And obviously, the deeper you go, the tougher teams you face, and then maybe you have to adjust. But for the most part, we feel we can compete with most teams in the state, and we want to play our style of ball and kind of be on the front foot and impose ourselves a bit.
The first, second, and third place teams of the district tournament will all move on to the state tournament, where a Washington State champion will then be crowned.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And happy Monday, first day of the work week. Monday Night Football tonight. Good things happen on Monday, including this lovely view on the Bi-Mart Sky Cam looking down from the Atanum Ridge. Nice today. 55 degrees on the chilly side. Winds have already started to calm there in the Yakima Valley. Been breezy, though, in the Columbia Basin. Temperatures are pretty nice. They're going to cool down, though. We're already down to 49 in Ellensburg, 50s for the rest of the forecast area, 47 right now in Dayton. We do have cold alerts and a frost advisory or freeze warning in place for the lower portion of the Columbia Basin. This area in particular could see temperatures go as low as 27 degrees, but most of us are going to be at that freezing level through tonight. And in fact, for the next couple of nights, here's what it looks like in Yakima the next several days. Most of us below that freeze level. So certainly time, if you haven't already done it, to get those sprinklers blown out in the yard. Here's what's coming our way. We got through that atmospheric river, but there's another storm pointed right at the Pacific Northwest. We already see some snow showers tapering off, but still up there in those upper elevations in the Cascades. Here's tomorrow's plume. Most of it will stay on the west side of the state in the Cascade Mountains, with a couple of stray showers sweeping to the east in our area. In fact, we see that here on our future cast. Again, light showers, but once again, you see those snow showers in the morning hours, specifically over Snoqualmie and White Pass if you're traveling tomorrow. Then we'll clear out. We'll see mostly cloudy skies by tomorrow night. Then there's another round kind of making its way through, mainly impacting the Cascade Mountains with a few stray showers looking like to the north, but we could see a little sprinkle slide through late Tuesday into Wednesday. So just be aware of kind of unsettled weather the next couple of days. We get wet again Halloween and Saturday, so we'll have a little bit of break with a ridge of high pressure Wednesday and Thursday. Fridays when that rain is possible. Now, chances so far this part of the week, we got that 20% Tuesday, Wednesday. We get to Friday, 30% chance of rain, and we're hoping it comes late night rather than right at that trick-or-treat time. But look for wet weather again on Saturday, so any outdoor plans, you'll want to make provisions. Here's your temperatures tonight. Everybody down below that freezing level through the region. Here's our 7-day forecast, 53. We're going to stay 60s on Wednesday, then back to the 50s. Look at that, your daytime high high on Halloween, 51, but the overnight lows are slightly warmer. And then this weekend also, we fall back. It's the end to daylight saving. We go back to dark, dark, dark really early in the afternoon. Here's what it looks like in Yakima. A good chance of showers there again on Halloween. Extended forecast for Ellensburg, breezy winds, 40% chance of rain Friday. The rain will probably happen a little earlier in Ellensburg than it will in Yakima and Tri-Cities. 60% chance on Saturday with breezy winds. Here's Walla Walla, about 30% chance of rain there, so better chance of staying dry Halloween night for Walla Walla. And in Hermiston, we've got another 30% chance of rain. So the timing is everything on this, Austin, and right now I'm seeing them, it's 5 days out, so I'm seeing 5 p.m. and beyond. So right around the trick or treat time, but think it's going to be west to east first, so. We'll let you know as we get closer.
Yeah,
my models can't go out that far to time things out.
Right.
So as we get closer to Friday, we'll really pinpoint that trick or treat time. So
very good. I know. I mean,
bring an umbrella.
Over the weekend, it was active.
It was very
windy
active.
And rainy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Much nicer today, that's for sure.
That's for sure.
All right, thank you, Stacey. Up next, from pumpkins to pears, we'll tell you about some growers who are making healthy food accessible at a local community food bank.
Meet the Moore family. They switched from cable internet to Ziply Fiber and got so much more. Mr. Moore got more upload speed for next level gaming and live streaming to the masses. Mason Moore got even more done for his sneaker business, quickly uploading HD product demos and video conferencing without freezing.
Brad, you're on mute.
And now that her family doesn't need her for tech support, Mrs. Moore has more time to stream games into overtime.
Let's go!
Get more of what you love by switching to Ziply Fiber for $65 less per month than cable at ziplyfiber.com.
There's nothing better than the delightful, dozing, dreamy drowsiness that comes with the perfect mattress. And at Denver Mattress, finding your perfect mattress has never been easier.
And during the 36-hour sale, everything is on sale, like up to $400 off Doctor's Choice Elite adjustable mattress sets, or get a free $300 gift when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic, plus 36 months no interest and free shipping.
Score some sweet savings on some serious shut-eye, only at Denver Mattress. The easiest way to get the right mattress.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
The Pacific Clinic is a health, sports, and medical campus where we feel like we're a one-stop shop. Primary care is everything that you do here at the Pacific Clinic. We really focus on preemptive care. And what that means to us is going out and playing tennis and working on that proprioception, that balance, that social aspect, flexibility, all those things.
Living an active lifestyle is extremely important to our health. Research shows that just by incorporating exercise into our daily lives, we can reduce our risk of cardiovascular disease by 50%. So cutting your risk in half is amazing. And just by incorporating regular exercise, we add years to our life.
Stress is the primary reason why living an active lifestyle is so important, because it reduces stress. Stress brings on anxiety, depression, all of the things that we don't want to feel.
So there's some really good benefits to cold therapy, specifically with regards to neurotransmitters. What's important about those neurotransmitters is when they go up, it improves your mood. And so it's become a really good treatment option for depression. And as far as the hot therapy, things like a sauna are really good at preventing cardiovascular disease, Alzheimer's disease, and even some respiratory diseases. I would recommend that folks take advantage of all the services we have to offer here at the clinic. You can make significant strides toward improving your health by utilizing all that we have to offer.
$9.98, $9.99, $1,000. You think you could beat that, Cash?
Fabulous fall colors at the Yakima Arboretum. Fly the Northwest Tuesday at 6.
Hey, let's do the spotlight. You know, as we head into November, local farms are stepping up to provide fresh vegetables and fruit to those in need. The Fish Community Food Bank out in Ellensburg says the farmers market provided them with over 180 pounds of produce for distribution. They credit generous donors such as Emerald Farm, Liberty Farms, Fernandez Farm, Fortitude Food, and Michael's Garden. Have an idea for the spotlight? Connect with us on any of these social media platforms, and we'd love to get it on the air for you. What do we have coming up next?
Of course, your reason to smile, and this is a great one. You're going to love this weather photo. Here you sit. Demanding driving conditions such as rush hour traffic, construction delays, or bad weather requires special attention and patience. If you've been injured in an accident, call 735-0546. They're waiting to help you.
Designed to impress, engineered to perform. Shop GE Appliances at Fred's Appliance. Save big on all GE appliances, from dishwashers to ranges, fridges to ovens, and even laundry. You won't find sales like this unless you shop locally. Like this new induction range model, only $11.99. Stop in to explore GE at Fred's Appliance. We sell appliances, only appliances.
Prepare for a Friday night of tiny frights and little chills with McColumbia Libraries. Enjoy activities, crafts, games, and more for the whole family, including a glow-in-the-dark K-pop dance party, a professional photo booth, and meet and greets with some of your favorite cartoon characters. Don't miss this spectacular event at McColumbia Libraries Kennewick Branch on Friday, October 31st from 6 to 8 p.m. Visit mccolumbialibraries.org for details.
Don't leave it to chance. Trust Vance for your heating system check. Call before November 14th to schedule your appointment, and you'll pay only $96. We'll evaluate your equipment and explain issues that could affect your comfort. A Vance heating system check this fall can ensure your home stays warm and cozy all winter. Don't wait. Call today or book online.
Do you keep up with the trends or set your own?
Is the color dense enough?
Add more pigment. Launch on social.
We've got to take this global.
All right, so where do we go from here?
You've got to test it, perfect it, expand it. Never rest until it's right.
Introducing the business card that gives back all you put in. The new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business.
Here you sit. Demanding driving conditions such as rush hour traffic, construction delays, or bad weather requires special attention and patience. If you've been injured in an accident, call 735-0546. They're waiting to help you.
Take off for a colorful flight over the Yakima Arboretum.
Some of the trees are going to really lean more towards yellow and some lean more towards red. When the sun hits it, the tree just looks like it's on fire.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Coming up tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest, Halloween is right around the corner, and we're going to show you what spooky activities are happening around the area.
And speaking of spooky, it looks like we have some rain chances for Halloween and Saturday. It's unfortunate, and I'll talk about it tomorrow at 5.
And welcome back. Well, we wait for it every day. Again, I had a lot of people asking me about this weekend. We had heavy wind. Now, they had winds on the west side, 77 miles an hour. Trees were knocked down. Thousands of people were without electricity. So we didn't have it that bad, but I checked on it, and we had some wind gusts as high as 48 and 50 miles an hour in the Tri-Cities. That would be gusts that came all of a sudden, but yeah, it was pretty strong. And that sideways rain, we definitely had that on Saturday. So, all right, let's take a look outside. Your reason to smile. There it is. Look at that rainbow. Yes, double rainbow on Sunday in Richland from scarver@aol.com. Thank you for sending that in. Love that photo. Love rainbows. That's my jam. So thanks for that, for sending that in. Thanks to our friends at Lifetime Dental. QR code on top of your screen, the best way to get your photo on TV. All right, let's talk about your headlines. Those highs mostly staying in the 50s, so on the cooler side. Frost and freeze potential through Thursday night, on and off in different areas. Freeze warnings tonight. Next round of rain Tuesday night into Wednesday. More rain possible for Halloween and Saturday. That's the bad news I have to deliver, and I hope it changes. I hope it goes further out or happens sooner, but right now, kids, that's what it's looking like.